Chris Paul had his introductory press conference today with the LA Clippers, and he was overcome with emotion as Clipper fans welcomed him back to LA.
Very happy. This is crazy.
And he spoke in the press conference about how easy of a decision it was to return to LA, his relationship with James Harden after those Houston days, and the Clippers roster itself.
It was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. I actually did an interview before this, and I was talking about how when you're in this lifestyle or world for a while, it's a lot of people who will try to tell your story for you. And so I was actually on vacation with my family, and you see all the stories, people saying, he only go here if he's starting or if he's doing this. I think for me, the gratitude that I have for being able to play as long as I've had, I think the easiest decision in this sitting right here is my family. Is getting a chance to be around them and be around a lot more, and get a chance to compete and play for a championship.
I know you and James are probably two of the more competitive guys in the league. Everyone likes to share that clip of you and him kind of going back and forth on the Rockets bench. Just what is that relationship with him like? Obviously, you guys are hyper competitive, but what is that like, and what were the conversations with him about coming here?
Yeah, we talked about it, and talked about just the history of obviously being there in Houston. And it's funny, man, because that clip or whatnot that goes around, it was a lot of stuff funnier and stuff like that than that. That was just sort of our relationship, but I think that's what made that team so good. We got on each other in different situations, but that team, I can honestly say, it was one of the funnest teams I've ever been on in my career. And James is one of those guys that loves to be in the gym all day long, and so it's wild that you get this opportunity again after those 2 years and the success that we had, and we definitely know we had unfinished business, so we get a chance to see what's going on here.
Man, I was saying it earlier, I was just so excited to get back home and play here and didn't care who was on the roster once upon a time. And then once it did happen and I got a chance to see all the guys that's on the roster, it got me even more excited. I had a chance to talk to Brook Lopez, I talked to John Collins, I'm tripping. I talked to John Collins, another Wake Forest guy. Talked to Kawhi, talked to JH. Obviously, I've known Brad for a while, but I'm just excited. And I've been a big fan of zoos for a while, anyway. And like I said, the way life happens and whatnot, this would be a different role than I've ever had. And y'all who've seen me play for a while, I'm gonna try to do better and try to smile a little bit this year, right? But I just sort of play with this type of intensity. But I'm telling you, I'm grateful. I'm gonna come out every single night, whatever that looks like, you know what I mean, and try to make sure I show up for the team.